Welcome back to the Dotas.
Radiant team, Baron.
Poutine car? Poutine King bar. Alright, let's try that. Poutine King bar versus Daily Dota, or League of Legends. Game 3. Game 1, a pretty solid win from PKB. They just kinda took towers, walked down mid, did very well. Crispy's Invoker game 1 could not really reach a high enough impact point, and the supports for League of Legends fell a bit far behind, just did not have a solid game. Game 2. That didn't happen. Game 2. PKB go for an early push. Unfortunately, Crispy's able to do really well in his lane due to some good plays himself and some good backup from the rest of League of Legends. They lose towers, but Crispy farms. They lose towers, but Brad farms. They lose Crispy, but Brad kills them all because Brad farmed up too. So League of Legends is able to hold out, make it to, like 70, 73 minutes or something? It was forever. And kill my voice, and I think just kind of kill everyone's energy. Game 3. I'm noticing some familiarities, for example. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. 2 solid picks from last game coming back into the mix. I want to see, do we see the same matchup from last time? No, Faceless Void being picked up this time. Now, here's something fun about Void. Void is always hard to deal with. Unless he is completely shut down, and even then he still has his role as a hard CC bot, or you could take him up very early. He is a hard hero to deal with.
10 seconds remaining.
If we see the same kind of farm that we've seen out of Warshop, even if it's a little bit less compared to Crispy or Brad, if they do pick someone that's relatively squishy, like a Shadow Fiend, which I would assume not be picked up at this point, then League of Legends is in for some trouble. Let's see what supports they do pick up. You can see a lot more focus on Crispy this time. They don't want him to get TA. They don't want him to get, say, some of his more classic heroes like the Ember, like the Tinker. Skywrath being banned out by League of Legends, a really good ban just because that's going to stop that devastating Faceless Void Skywrath combo we saw a lot in TI4. It is not, I'd say, an insta-game winner, but it just means that the Faceless Void gets an ult off. Someone is guaranteed to die as long as he didn't hit Skywrath in the meantime. 1 second.
Dire team pick.
Looking at chat really quickly. Yeah, that is Poutine bar. I believe PKB, they're all very, very Canadian. They all love Poutine. Which actually, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. As a very, very American from Southern California that says the word dude a lot. I think it's Poutine. It might be Poutine? I don't actually know. And I don't know if I care to find out. Because I just like, I don't really, I don't know, I don't deal with it very often. It's a very tasty food though. I've had it. It's actually good. So going back to League of Legends and their picks, it's the same thing as last game. If you want to pick up A again, it's not banned. I say do it. I say just go for what worked last game. As for the members of PKB, they've already shifted with the Faceless Void, but they're kind of going for their, TI4, very push-oriented style lineup, and it's solid. They might want to try and contest Faceless Void.
10 seconds
Would be the big thing for League of Legends this time around. But the thing is, their tri-lane not very good so far. It's got decent auto attack damage. If you throw in an Ancient Apparition like last time, and it will have decent auto attack damage, but they don't have good CC. And that's something they actually did lack last game quite a bit. They did not have a lot of CC. The hero could be once again for Matt Bodega. It could be once again, or it could be for the first time a mid hero pick. Crispy does like running him as a mid laner, so we'll see how he goes. Tide Hunter.
Radiant team, Baron.
Sorry about that, I had to take a break to eat some chips. Tide Hunter.
Remaining.
I'm really hungry. Tide Hunter's amazing.
5 seconds remaining.
He is one of those heroes that's just like, you look at his kit and you look at what he does, and He feels
Reserve
broken.
time.
Faceless Void Tidehunter, though, is an amazing combination. Tidehunter can offlane this game if they don't have a lot of hard CC. Just because, like, let's say they do pick someone that can deal decent CC. There's really no Shadow Shaman available. Maybe like a Lion or something if they put Jakiro mid. But Jakiro Luna Dream Protector is not sustained CC. So Tidehunter will be beefy enough to walk out of that. If they do put Jakiro mid and they do get, like, let's say a Lion, because so much CC is going to be limited to that Lion, the Kraken Shell proc will actually be massive. And of course, as Tidehunter, you can always rotate towards farming agents. There was a problem last game where there was a Tri-Core coming out from PKB, and they could not get enough farm on all 3 cores. Poutine. Wait.
Dire team down.
Okay, so it is Poutine. Okay. I'm about to look it up on Google really quickly, but you guys are saying Poutine. Someone's saying Poutine?
Radiant team pick.
Oh man, I'm just getting confused. I'm gonna look it up afterwards. I'm just gonna say PKB for the rest of forever. I've had it, like, it's been 15 years since I've had it, and that food, it's really good. It is amazing. I feel like it stops my heart when I eat it, but it was delicious. Just add gravy to
10
everything.
seconds
Alright,
remaining.
back to this game. Back to what's at hand. What is the final pick going to be
5 seconds
for
remaining.
League of Legends? They know what they're going up against. It really is just one support
Reserve
left
time.
for PKB to pick up. It could be a support Tidehunter. Wouldn't like to see that unless he goes to the jungle very, very early. So they know Razor's mid. Who deals well with him? Is it going to be the Jakiro? I feel like it's not that solid of a pickup just because Jakiro does not have massive range on his auto attack, I believe. I want to say it's relatively low. Could be misremembering though. Regardless though, if he goes in for trades with Razor and he gets static linked, it's not like Liquid Fire is about slowing the attack speed. Razor just needs 1 or 2 attacks to really shred someone to bits. Tinker is banned out, Ember Spirit's banned out, 2 heroes that they're just not going to let him have because he is very, very good on them. Same thing with TA and Shadow Fiend now.
10 seconds
So Invoker did not work
remaining.
out the first game. It took him too long to come online. When it
5
finally did,
seconds
it was a little too late.
remaining. Dire team pick.
Oh man. Alright, so I think that's actually going to be the Jakiro mid. So if Jakiro can actually get enough Liquid Fire procs, we'll quickly find this out. No, it's going to be Silencer mid. Silencer versus Razor. Alright. Silencer is definitely a possible mid-viable hero. He can have problems if he's against someone that can just hop on top of him and murder him. But if not, if he's against someone who does have less mana, or higher mana costs, if you can force Razor to use Static Link to get rid of Chris the Silent, for example, instead of actually using it to harass, that would be really nice for him. If, I don't know, this feels like a very difficult, it feels like a tough matchup for Silencer. It feels like a lot of stuff could go wrong. He himself is a relatively fast hero. He's not super fast like, let's say, a Luna. I believe rocks a 330, but he's not like Crystal Main, so he's actually average. He's average movement speed. So ganks are definitely a possibility. The Shadow Shaman himself, not exactly the fastest. Early smoke coming out. I believe the word I'm looking for is cheeky. This is most certainly a cheeky play. Reflexia now. He's gonna walk around them actually. Sticking close to the corners, they actually ranked up Gush first. Apodega is caught out. Apodega is not long for the world.
30 seconds
By
to
Apodega. There's a quick first blood. This is the first game. I want to see the first game League of Legends or PKB has actually secured first blood. And so you want to start your games out. They get the ward down as well. Early map control, early dominance coming out from them. This is where we get the fun gold graph that's just straight down to the bottom like this. And apparently this happened at the 9-minute mark. This is an odd bug. Okay.
The battle begins.
Now, that first blood, it went to Tidehunter. It's not going to mean a whole lot. And Tidehunter's actually going towards the top lane. Now, what could happen here is it could be expecting a tri-lane to try and fight out the Faceless Void, because Faceless Void in tri-lanes is not effective early on. However, they're trying to fight this off, and I don't know if I agree with it just because Void does good auto attack damage, but he's not useful. Like, he has some good CC, but he doesn't have any sort of great follow-up and a reliable burst or something like that. So Shadow Shaman might be hitting down as well. They don't have anything besides Venomous Scale right now. See it onto Olive Juice. Gets a slow onto 2. In comes a hasted Shadow Shaman though. Hell yeah! Speeding along. Looks like Olive Juice will be going down to the side. Reflexy, will he survive this? I'd say yes. I mean, one more auto attack might just do it. The slow isn't going to be enough. Not quite. The Mons with the haste, of course, doesn't care about that. And actually, Venomancer survives, gets that solve, and just walks on out. So, 2 kills now. Don't land the Twin Breath onto Whirl Faceless Void. He just pops the solve himself. I mean, that was the benefit of the haste. A little bit of luck there in their favor, but they use it quite well. And a rough situation, unfortunately. Not sure how Venomancer survived that, unfortunately. That's for the highlight reel, man. Talking to you, Mitchie. We need our recreational highlight reel. Last game will just be me crying for 30 minutes, make that its own highlight reel. So the lane, it's going well. It's a great start for them. They're gonna get level 2 on Venomancer relatively soon. Level 2 on Shadow Shaman has already occurred, and that's gonna be massive. All right, Static Link now connected onto Crispy. Crispy gonna take a lot of damage from any auto attack Mac dishes out. Mac actually taking a lot himself. Doesn't get the high ground attack, and creeps take him quite low. So Crispy's combo makes a little bit of sense now. He's gonna wait for Mac to do something. Like if he casts either spell, then Mac doesn't have a real follow-up to the last word and Chris the Silent. The problem is that if Mac casts 2 spells, he wins that exchange for the most part. But we'll see how this goes. Chris the Silent is being maxed out first. They catch out on the map, dig in the bot lane. All the slow is being applied. They hold onto their spells as well. Matt will just be caught out. There goes the USS Shakira boat. A slow hero, unfortunately. Top lane me Darkseer versus Tidehunter. I actually like this matchup for Darkseer because Tidehunter is a melee, and melees kind of suck versus Darkseer. Normally you can do a lot as Tidehunter using some abuse from the Anchor Smash, but it's Darkseer. What does he care? He's just gonna pick up a Soul Ring. Has a recipe in his inventory already. He'll be fine. Double checking you. Okay. Just gotta make sure. Nuke on to Reflexy. I forgot to open up the last hits. Sorry. 10 on Crispy in the mid lane. He's scary, but will he be scary enough? We'll see. Void's getting farmed. Void's getting kills and assists. They're 1-0-2 on that Faceless Void 3 minutes in. You don't want that to happen. You never want that to happen. I feel like this is kind of obvious, but really, you don't want that to happen. Leak Chase in the mid lane. One more hit'll do it! Oh, tower might be enough. The actually last attack will not pick him off. That should be survivable as well. 7 HP on Crispy in the mid lane. Last second stick charge doing work. And that's the problem that Crispy faces. He will die if he gets into a sustained fight. He's got a really cool harass combo, but the second they go long term, that fight is going in favor of Crispy. He's trialing now. They're shutting down the pulls, which really weren't happening anyways for League of Legends. And this is a very, very powerful mid lane. Or bot lane. Level 3 soon on Venomancer, which means that Venomous Scale will actually deal damage instead of just having that 25 strike. And it deals quite a bit of damage. It's going to deal 200 in an AoE, which is very, very nice. Shadow Shaman has the nuke up to rank 2. Really, if anybody gets caught out of position, they're getting hit pretty hard. If you look at Brad's farm, only 4 CS. He's just not able to CS while under tower, unfortunately. And part of that is just with how big the waves are and how they're clashing by the turret or by the tower. They do not land a slow onto Reflexy. Halliburton sponsorship, not going to waste. Mid lane we can see the tri-lane coming out from Mac. Crispy does not have any bottle charges, does not have the bottle on his way back either, so really he's going to be kind of on his own for a bit. The courier will probably be heading mid to crow it up. Mac takes a decent amount of damage from that last word. Gets a combo off as well. Doing quite well for himself, doing quite well. The thing is, he's now at risk of dying to the Plasma Field. Just enough mana available on Razor for it as well. I believe it's about 300 damage, which with Crispy only having about 240 himself. So one auto attack and a max damage Plasma Field will pick up the kill. Crow should be on the way back though. There's that Golden Doomling. Look at it right now in a bit, just for Brad. This thing apparently is valued at like $2,000 or something. Pick up the bottle. and hopefully keep Crispy alive in lane for a bit longer. Tidehunter doing well top lane. So is Darkseer. Farm pretty equal up there. Tidehunter taking damage as Pascal gets more and more aggressive, but the thing is he'll keep pushing up to the tower, and hopefully Tidehunter can try and last hit with an Anchor Smash, get rid of the shelled creep as quickly as possible. Bot lane only 6 CS on Brad. Brad is being shut down quite hard. And mid lane Razor, he's down by about 6 CS, but he's doing okay for himself. He's going to reach that mid game annoying Razor point relatively soon. Now, what's the transition point from here? Are we just going to see some more passive laning, some more passive farming? Are we going to see some kills? Or are we going to see some roams? You can see there are pings out onto the members of PKB. The delicious bar of Canadian authentic food.
Invisibility.
Authentic Canadian food. Gonna roam around. They pick up an invis onto Demons. Here's the problem. They know Demons is missing. They don't know who picked up an invis. They can try and make something happen mid lane. Crispy should be a little bit suspect though. And Demons just gonna sit there for a bit. He knows he can pick up a kill quite easily with a little bit of help from Razor. Just all that CC and static link, and oh my god, it is a dead silencer. But you can see Crispy holding far back. My guess is he's going to pop into range at some point for a CS. We'll see if it happens. Miles is holding though. He suspects something is up and it's paying off. Can he get that tether? Can he get that tether? Not Invis will run out and we'll see a safe Crispy heading out from that mid lane. Shadow Shaman, unfortunately, just going to have to roam around for a bit more. And of course, as this all happens, Faithless Void still farming up a storm. Go for the straight up Morbid Mask of Madness. He has that 7 minutes in. Could have gone for the Hand of Midas, but instead I think he just wants to be coming online early, ASAP. I would expect to see him roam towards mid lane and just keep killing Crispy a bunch. Because you do not want the silencer to ball out of control. Some heroes it can ball out of control. It's okay, not that threatening. It just takes them too long to ball. But if you see a silencer start balling early, it is not a good situation to be in. Tri-lane has roamed for the bot lane. They're all mid. Mac pops. The Void. Can he walk out of there? Stun. Needs a connect from somebody. It's a lot of damage, but he looks like he'll just walk on out. No, turns to trying to juke it out. Does pick up a Dream Protector in the end. Lightning does its job, picks up a kill. He does that in response though. Who picks up the kill for League of Legends? Gonna be Crispy. So that's something. Rotate towards net worth now. See a lot of farm on the top on Tidehunter who picked up first blood. That's why he has a lead up top lane now. And of course Crispy kind of on par with that. Faceless Void with those early kills is just doing so well. Of course he didn't have the threat of a Shadow Shaman stealth in his lair, invisible in his lane. So able to very easily keep farming it up. Now they're just running towards mid. That's what they need to do. They need to keep Crispy down. If Faceless Void gets an early refresher, early ags, it's so hard to deal with that. Crispy should feel something is up, as bottom has been gone for a while. He does not have his ult though, so he doesn't actually have a way to stop Faceless Void from doing anything. And he is boned. He is like super dead.
No. A death foretold.
As all goes on, Shadow Shaman in the bot lane just 1v2ing, actually doing well for himself. Pings onto him. He's got to get out of here now. Like they realize, wait a second, where are all this? Oh, they killed our mid. Let's kill the random support that is way too far forward. He is so dead. Of course, as this all happens, like all right, you kill the Shadow Shaman mid. Mid turret's gonna take, or mid tower's gonna take a lot of damage. Faceless Void himself did get that kill, and is gonna actually farm some of the jungle, taking this Tormentor. I think that was a Hell Screamer in Dota 1 or something. Now, can they make any catch happen on the Boar Shop here? Brad does have enough mana for his ultimate and a nuke. Not enough mana for a Leech Seed on a Reflexy, so he's going to be kind of free farming, free roaming for a bit. See Tidehunter going back to base. Has an early blink. That is a sub 10 blink. He has the ult. He might just roam towards mid. Crispy does not have his ultimate yet. Important. He really might want in a few seconds if we do see an engagement happen bot lane. You can see Warshop just running at Halliburton, or at Reflexy, sponsored by Halliburton. Reflexy able to just kind of stealth on out of there. Detection, just not the strong suit of PKB. They do buy the Sentry Ward, they just never carry the dust. How long on the Faceless Void ultimate should be up soon? 30 seconds. Tidehunter TP's the bot lane. Alright, level 9 hit by Crispy. He does have his ultimate up. He's going to need it right about now, as there are 5 men strong now for PKB. In comes the blink, in comes the Tide Hunter ult, in comes all the damage. I mean, Crispy could have ulted, but too little too late. And even if he had, I don't think it would have stopped anything. That blink, Ravage. I mean, how do you respond to that? Unless you have vision already. Olive is going to take a lot of damage, actually. Okay, they do get the aggro. And he will survive. Ern already finished on Shadow Shaman, so going to keep good old Venomancer alive for a little bit longer. This bottom tower is not going to survive. Top tower does take a lot of damage in response. Mid tower now being held by Razor. He's about half HP. Forced to retreat back to base. This is a little bit too much damage from the burst. Bursty. Last word. Chris is a silent combo. And actually, the tower survives for quite a while. They might try and fortify this, but no one with TP. Just gonna let it go.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Top tower now being pushed in by our good friend Darkseer. Faceless Void up here, taking a lot of damage from that Ion Shell, unfortunately. And they get the early tower. It's now 7-2. This is not looking good for League of Legends. The supports are in a rough spot. Experience is pretty even. Only 300 in the lead, which is nice, but you look at the net worth and Void's starting the ball. I mean, he's reaching that point pretty soon. The Ion Shell will scare him off for a bit, but the truth is Void with the early Morbid Mask and the early experience and gold is just such a huge threat. Crispy is now in the mid lane. Level 9 has the ultimate available, so if they do try and dive on top of him, he should be able to survive. They're going to pop the wards. They should be able to fortify this up if they want to go for a fight. Fortunately, no ultimate available on really anybody but Crispy. Luna has her ultimate as well, but they do take the they do deny the tower, do deny mid and back on out. In the end, without the overgrowth, they just may not be confident. Gush does land on Bodega. Because, well, one more auto attack will do it. Where's the smack from the anchor? No anchor smack to follow up that anchor smash, and looks like Bodega lives another day. Almost gets hit by Plasma Field. This is, I mean, it's just so scary right now from League of Legends. They're running into the same problem they seem to every game. Their supports are just not that useful for team fights early on. In this case, it's more of the support picks. Jakiro's a great support, but Liquid Fire not going to do a whole lot. He won't be able to plat multiple times, and he really can only benefit from it if he hits Faceless Void middle. Everything else about him is kind of weak right now. The stun's not good on Ice Path. Dual Breath does have a decent slow. They're up at 30%, but the damage is not excellent. We'll go with that. As for the rest of League of Legends, it's not the strongest part of the game for Crispy. Silencer needs to come online a lot later in terms of actually being able to sustain and do stuff. His burst is okay. His combo's okay. 800 HP though. He's dying. He's dying in any sort of team fight very quickly. Serpent Wards will take him out casually. Void will take him out very uncasually. Void top lane pops the ultimate onto Lonely Pasquale. The tower seems to be just in range of the ultimate too to actually be hit by the CC, so Pasquale will be going down mid-surge animation. Poor Pasquale. Tower now in threat of being murdered. Fortunate threat indeed. Olive just going to tank this up while they do have Urn available on Shadow Shaman 2 charges too, so they can sustain him quite quickly. Creepwave finally shows up. They can finally stop tanking that tower. Go ahead, turn around, take it safely. Serpent Ward's still available. They held on to it. Let's go ahead, let's take a quick look at some of the items in the game. What is finished for League of Legends? You can see the point booster already finished for Crispy. This could be towards an Ags. This could be, I'd say really towards the Ags. You really expect a lot of Ags style games for Silencer just because it deals so much damage. Curse of the Silence, really good for a spell. You land 2 Curse of the Silence on 1 person. It is a tremendous amount of damage. The problem is it does take a while to get to that build. Make sure I'm not forgetting something. Yeah, it's not a Bloodstone, it's not a Scotty. As for other items, what's being worked on? Mana Boot's now finished on 2. We do hear the Gush. Oh, Dust is popped, I believe. They did it. They got it. They got Reflexy. I'm so happy. I've been waiting for that for 3 games. I'm waiting for the Dust to actually result in a kill. There have been a couple occasional Dust, but nothing too big. You're making me happy, PKP. You're making me happy. Out comes Mass Serpent Wards. This tower, they could try and defend. Fortify has not been used this game, I believe. But they don't have a whole lot of people in the area. Like, they're all by the tier 3. The problem is Mass Serpent Wards just kills towers that fast. Are they going to try and make something happen here? I mean, they have Eclipse. They have all their ultimates available except for the Overgrowth. But just going to let it go, unfortunately. I think the League just have to start making stuff happen because they do have okay team fight, but I guess when you're going up against Faceless Void, going up against Tidehunter, it's terrifying to try and make the big play happen. Because you mess up, you die. You die quite hard. Warshop gonna take some damage here. Silence does come out. It's the ult. A couple more seconds, he'll be able to get out. Oh! Looks like he will survive, unfortunately. He can't do quite enough damage to tank taking Faceless Void. That backtrack passive doing just enough. 10% backtrack chance, and actually with the urn, he's gonna be back at near full HP. With this wave coming up, he'll actually be close to it. The advantage is he doesn't have a lot of mana. However, mana boots are available on Tidehunter, so they're just gonna pop that up, and he will have enough for his full combo of going with the time walk and immediately ult. Crispy back mid lane. They don't have Master Wards available for about 25 seconds, so that's going to be an advantage in terms of team fight. But guess what? Big ultimate now down from Crispy. League of Legends, unfortunately, don't have really their big team fight ult. What's going to stop the Faceless Void Ravage combo from destroying them? They don't have it as an option right now, and they're just going to have to let this bottom tower go as a result. They popped the Fortify finally, but no one's in the area to defend against it. They might take mid in response. Top taken low as well. But now actually we can see a tier 3 being pressured by PKB. It's 18 minutes or 17 and a half minutes in, not even quite at the 18-minute mark. Just gonna go for this tower, pop the Master Wards down. Is there a TP available on Crispy? Yeah, headed here already. Time lock used now onto Reflexy, onto Bodega. Jakiro not gonna be long for this world. In comes a great Ravage. Reflexy does survive. No dust from quite yet, but it picks off a Luna to the side. There goes the dust. There goes Crispy. Might be able to walk it back to base just barely. Now Pasquale unfortunately can't do a whole lot to keep him alive. The vacuum isn't quite enough. And I mean tier 3 barracks, tier 3 down, barracks already going down, 18 minutes in. The PKB don't want that 70-minute game one more time. I don't want to say this is GG. I want to say this is kind of a BG newbie GG. They're just not near enough. Making something big happen. Drums is finished on Brad. But what do they have across the map? Reflexy doesn't really have anything. He's almost got an Ags, 1500 gold though, it's still quite a long ways off. If we look at GPM, I'll find it one day. There you go, it's you. Crispy's only sitting at 300. His last hits, he's actually got the most in the game, but it's that global gold that's kind of sitting him so far back in comparison to everyone else. So he's behind not only the Void, he's behind the Tidehunter, the Razor. And let's do something a little gross. Let's look kills, death, assists. Razor is doing fine. He got farmed this game. He was denied like last game, off in the offlane. Faceless Void 307. He's doing what he needs to do. He's not picking up kills. He's getting a lot of assists now. But that's fine because his ultimate and the damage he deals in it is phenomenal. He's got the Ags. He's going for more of a support-styled Faceless Void. It's now I believe 5-second duration on the ultimate. Going to be 6 the second it's level 16, but more importantly, it's up in 80 seconds. Actually 60 seconds, I forgot. It's 60 at all ranks. Jesus. So they're almost always going to have Faceless Void's ultimate available. So let's go ahead and check net worth. I mean, this is the point where normally look at buyback status, but frankly, I mean, death timers are still incredibly short this game. League of Legends. Good logo. Try and check out PKB before this game ends. PKB though, just going for that top tower. Ice Path comes out, doesn't connect on anybody. How do they start this fight? They do have Silence's ultimate now. That global silence will be huge if they can use it effectively. The Master Wards are already out though, and that's going to be a huge deterrent to any sort of fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wards. And on the Rex, they're taking it bit by bit. Range Rex does not regenerate. They do have Treant Protector. But I believe his living armor is level 3, not even maxed out yet, so it's still going to take a while to actually heal this back up. It does go down though. Actually, there goes Reflexy, gets the overgrowth off, but They had the detection. In comes Luna with the ultimate, the follow-up. They're all silenced. They don't have anything to respond to this, but Ravage will be used just in time. Baryshnikov off of the back, able to do what he needs to. A great Faceless Void ultimate hitting 4! There goes Ruds. There's a GG call. There's a finisher. Oh, let me look for the logo. Oh, that is a good logo. Look at that. And that is going to be it. PKB. I believe their 2 games combined. It's still about 30 minutes short of game 2. But League of Legends, they had a well-fought game 3. They did okay. Game 2, they did okay. Game 3, game 1, but game 3 it started and it just went downhill so quickly. I can no longer speak English. Like, I've been casting for like 3 hours or something, and those games were long. So this has been Studio. This has been our only series of the Rektreational today. I think we're back Tuesday. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and check out Rektreational schedule, which you yourself can check out by going to rektreational.tumblr.com. You can also check out the reddit.com/r/rektreational. The next game is going to be on Tuesday, August the 5th at 8 p.m. Pitlord Meta versus Swag and Imceptor. That's going to be me going up against a bunch of people that, they're not that good. They're just okay. But anyhow, you should go ahead and check that out on Tuesday. For the rest of Sunday, though, Rektreational has finished. Brackets are available as well. The Studio, I can no longer speak English. Goodbye.